Perfect. Excellent stuff. A very good morning to everyone. Hope everyone is well. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. My name is Chris, and I'm one of the Shortcuts educators and content creators here at Shortcuts. So for this morning, we are going to be going through getting ready for Christmas. So are we ready for Christmas? Now, I know we always say this every year. We feel like it gets earlier and earlier every single year. But as we know, Christmas is in the shops everywhere. As soon as Halloween finishes, spooky season is over, Christmas season is upon us. So we need to get ready for this. And there's a fair few things we can do to ensure that our shortcut system is set up. Now, we are going to be going through quite a lot this morning. I'm going to jam pack as much as I can into the next hour. I appreciate maybe your day off. I appreciate you might be joining me in between clients, but I am going to get through as much as humanly possible. As always, our masterclasses will be recorded. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So if you've never joined us before, there is a little bit of background information just before we get started. So the duration of this class will be approximately 60 minutes. My microphone is switched on, whereas everyone else has automatically been muted, but feel free to have a little chat with me if you wish to. Your speakers must be turned on to hear this webinar. So just take a couple of seconds now if you've got a headset in or anything like that, if you just want to turn it up nice and loud. Questions will be taken throughout or at the end, but I do always say make it fun, make it live, make it interactive. If you do want to have a chat with me, feel free to unmute yourselves. A lot of you will have spoken to me on a one-to-one basis as well. So if you want to have a chat with me, let's all get in the festive spirit together and have a little chat. Ask me some questions if you wish to. If not, no problem. Feel free to pop them in the chat box. So here's the deal. Today we will learn how to configure your online booking settings. We're not going to go through the whole of the online booking. I appreciate some of you probably already have online booking set up. There's just a few tweaks we just want to make sure. One thing we are going to look at, we're going to look at how to bundle products to create tailor-made gift sets. This is fantastic if you want to create your own hampers. And that will affect your stock levels. So we just need to ensure that's set up. We're also going to look at adjusting your business hours and schedules to cater for holiday rush. We're going to be looking at gift certificates. Now, on this particular class, we're not going to be looking at online gift certificates. That's next week on next Monday. But we are going to dip our toes into gift certificates and account payments. We're also going to look at cloud marketing. Christmas is around the corner. If you want to advertise any free slots or you want to advertise your business hours, now is the time to do it. Plus, we have much, much more to go through. We are going to jam pack it in for you this morning, ladies and gents. Okay, so if you do want to chat with me further, feel free to drop us an email at education@shortcuts.co.uk, or you can call us on 0161 972 4900, option 1 and then option 4. Do please make sure you are following us on our social media handles. That's Instagram and Facebook.com/shortcutsuk. Now, you may have signed up through my Instagram post. You may have signed up through the emails that we send out. But do always stay tuned on our website, shortcuts.co.uk/online-classes. Now, if you've never joined me before for a masterclass, not a problem whatsoever. We usually have a mixture of PowerPoint presentations and live demonstrations. But for this morning, I'm going to jump straight into it. We have a lot to get through in the next hour. We're going to keep it fun. We're going to keep it creative, but we are going to jump straight into our live demonstrations. So let's get ready for Christmas. Perfect. So the first thing we're going to do there is we are going to open up our Shortcuts Fusion system, and we're just going to pop our pin in just there. So Christmas round the corner, we need to ensure our opening hours and our schedules are absolutely correct. Are we working a little bit later? Are we opening a little bit later? Something very simple we can change that will make a massive difference, because if those schedules are not open, we're going to miss those last minute online bookings. So if we are working a little bit later, let's get the schedule popped in now. So how do we do this? So all we're going to do is click Tools on the right hand side of our screen, and we're going to go down to Schedule. So Tools and then Schedule just here. And we're going to pop that schedule in. So maybe towards the festive period, we're going to be opening a little bit later. Now, what you can do is right at the top there in that big white box, we can search for that employee. So for example, Gareth is going to be working a little bit later. We're just going to search for Gareth. Let's make our life a little bit easier. All we then need to do is just click and drag and just scroll down to the festive period. So we can see this just here. And I'm just going to pop that schedule in. So rather than 10 till 5, we're just going to change that to 10 till 6. And we're just going to continue working through. We're just going to pop that schedule in. Now, the majority of you will probably know how to do this, but it is worth just triple checking that now. Get those festive period hours in there. And then we just click done. So something nice and simple, but we've got started by putting those schedules in. But what about our opening hours? You know, do we need to advertise as a whole that we're now going to be open on a Sunday, or we're going to be open a little bit later on that late night shopping on a Thursday? Now, remember, adjusting your opening hours will affect your online booking and your mobile guest apps. So we need to make sure that that is advertised applicably. So what we're going to do is we're going to click Setup and Configuration in the bottom right-hand corner. So all we're going to do, Setup and Configuration just here. Towards the bottom left-hand corner, we're going to click onto General. And towards the top left, we're going to click onto Business. Now again, from here, let's just make sure those opening hours are correct. So maybe on that Thursday, we're not going to be open till 5, we're going to be open to 7. So we just click onto it and adjust that there. So nice and simple just to get the ball rolling. Then from there, we would recommend just giving a quick restart to your shortcut system just to ensure that those changes do take place. So to get the ball rolling there, we've adjusted our schedules and our opening hours. Now remember, those opening hours there will pull through to your online booking and your mobile guest app to advertise that you are going to be open a little bit later. Later on, we can look at sending out a marketing campaign to maybe advertise this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at our stock. Now, moving forward, it is imperative towards the Christmas rush, if you're using your shortcut system to generate orders for you, we need to make sure our stock levels are completely accurate, okay? Because there's no point trying to generate orders on the lead up to Christmas if our stock levels are not correct. So we're going to demonstrate very quickly how to do a stock take. Now, I am going to kind of breeze through this, mainly because some of you may know how to do it, but also as well, I do have a lot of different videos on stock taking and things like that as well. So what we're going to do is on the right hand side, we're going to click onto stock, and then we're going to go down to products. Now, for example, if I expand a relevant company, so maybe I've got my American crew just here, I can expand my line. And I've got all of my current stock levels just here. We've got a lot of those products in stock. Now, what you can do, you can manually adjust those stock levels if you need to. It's something very simple as a case of just double clicking into it and just adjusting accordingly. What you can do, you can use your shortcut system to create a stock take for you. So as we saw there, it's a case of just double clicking and changing that current column there. But we can use our shortcuts fusion system to generate a stock take, and it's very quick and simple to do. So on the right hand side of our navigation bar, we just click onto stock and we just go down to stock take. And then all we're going to do is click new in the top right hand corner. And in here, you can just pop the information in. So I'm just going to call it American Crew. We then click next. And in the top right, we're going to select the add icon. Now, what this will do is just simply add all of the products that you wish to count, which is going to create a stock take form. To the left-hand side, you will notice we've got American Crew. Now, if I wanted to count every single American Crew product, I could click the 6 gray multi-select icons just here. And that will add in every single American Crew product. That will be every single line, every single product, which, as you can imagine, will be quite a lot. But maybe I just want to add in a particular line, such as defy. I can use my multi-select icon just there, and that will add in every product under defy. And last but not least, maybe I just want to count a few select products. So you'll notice I can expand my line of products to reveal my specific products, and I'm just going to use my multi-select tabs here to just select the relevant products. In my window to the top right-hand corner, I'm just going to click Add, and that will just add in those 6 products just there. We then click Done on the window. From here, we're now ready to start our stock take. So in the bottom right, I just click the Start icon. Are you sure you want to activate this stock take? So we just click Yes. It will then prompt us to print out 3 individual reports. The bare minimum we will require is a stock take form, because of course, without this, how are we going to, write all of our findings down? How are we going to do anything like that if we don't have a stock take form to write all of our products down on? So the bare minimum we would require is a stock take form. Our second form is our unlist items form. This is when you're doing your physical stock take, you happen to notice any products that are not listed. Hopefully you shouldn't have that many products that are not listed that you require a separate form for this. So I just untick that. We don't need a separate piece of paper. Then our third form is our stock maintenance form. And again, this is whilst we're doing our physical stock take, we happen to notice any products in the salon that are damaged, okay, and they require maintenance. Now, again, you shouldn't have that many products damaged, if any, that requires a separate piece of paper. You could just write it on the back of your stock take form. So again, I would just untick that one there and just keep the bare minimum of the stock take form. Towards the bottom left-hand corner, we have this option here that says Print Shortcuts Current Levels. This will print what the system thinks you already have in stock, which basically acts as sort of a buffer or a safety net, shall we say. For example, if the system thinks we have 6 in stock, but you've only counted 2, it lets us know that there should be another 4 somewhere in the salon. It kind of gives us a bit of a safety net and an indicator to say, well, you've counted 2, but the system thinks we've got 6 in stock, so we need to continue looking for those further 4. Naturally, I would only recommend we tick this box if your stock levels are somewhat accurate. If you don't think they're accurate already, then I wouldn't tick it, because if it thinks you've got 10 in stock and you've only counted 1, you're going to be like, oh, where's the other 9 gone? I've lost 9. Have they been stolen or anything like that? So only tick this box if you feel your stock levels are somewhat accurate. Just for the purposes of this class this morning, ladies and gents, I'm just going to untick them. I don't need to print anything out. So what that would then do is it would literally then print out this entire screen just here. So you could then take this screen that we printed out on a physical sheet of paper. You could then take it to your American Cruise stand, and on the physical sheet of paper, you would just write in the count column on your physical sheet of paper. Now, of course, by which time, the system will have changed, people would have made appointments, everything like that. So once you've written all of your counts on your physical sheet of paper, we now need to input those findings on your shortcut system. So to do this, we just go back to stock take. There's our American Crew just there that we started a little while earlier. We just click Next. Now, the beauty of doing it through the system is the physical sheet of paper is in exactly the same order as the screen. So if you spent the last 2 hours counting 300 products, that physical sheet of paper is in exactly the same order as the screen. So if you've got somebody to assist you, they can literally just shout the numbers out to you, and you can input those numbers very quickly and efficiently. Once you've inputted your stock take counts from the physical sheet of paper on your shortcut system, we just click Stock Take in the bottom right-hand corner. And it says, are you sure you want to complete this stock take? Committing this stock take will update your current levels. And we just click Yes. Now, it may say to us there are product counts that are different to the recorded values or that have been sold during the stock take. What they're saying is there's just a few variances. Did you sell them while somebody was doing a stock take, or do you just need to do a recount? Would you like to perform a recount? Choosing no will update your shortcut's current level. So I'm just going to click no. Congratulations, you've successfully completed a stock take. Product levels will be updated according to your counts. So if we go to our products, and it was American Crew and a couple of them in Defy, and there they are just there. It's updated our stock. So moving forward, we need to ensure those stock levels are absolutely bang on. We want to make sure, we don't miss out on that last minute sale. We need our stock levels to be absolutely accurate. So from there, we are going to look at something that we don't often look at. We only typically do this towards the festive period. And that is what we call bundling products. So it's very common on the lead up to Christmas to generate your own gift hampers or your own gift sets. For example, these gift sets may have a conditioner, a styling product, and a shampoo in them, and you've generated them yourself. Now, when you put those 3 products in those gift boxes, when you sell that gift box as a whole, we need to ensure that those product levels are updated accordingly, because they're all part as one package, and we're not going to have time to adjust the shampoo level, the conditioner level, the styling product level. So we're going to bundle all of those products together to give us a seamless checkout experience. So how do we do this? How do we create our own gift hampers in a Shortcuts Fusion system? The first thing to do would be to actually create the gift hamper product. So for example, we would go to stock and then products. And then on the left-hand side, you'll notice I've created it brand new. I've called it Christmas hampers, just to make life nice and easy. But you can add it under American Crew or Bumble or whatever it may be. But I've just separated it here just to make it nice and simple. Then I've added a line and I've just called it a platinum hamper, but you may have the silver hamper, the gold hamper. Then under my platinum hamper, I've got my specific products. So you can see I've got the shampoo, the conditioner, and the spray. That's what's going to make up my platinum hamper. It's going to have a shampoo, a conditioner, and a spray. And very importantly, I've added the sell price in there. Of course, when we add this to the point of sale screen, we need to ensure that that sell price is visible. Now, if you wish to, you can generate your own barcode and pop that in there if you are using a barcode label maker. But for the purposes of this, I've just left it as blank. So the 3 products I'm going to add into my Christmas hamper are a shampoo, a conditioner, and a spray. Now, at the top here, you will notice if I expand my company just called Amy and my products, I've got my conditioner, I've got my hairspray, and I've got my shampoo, and I've got a current stock level of 2 for all of those. But what I want to do, I want to take 1 conditioner, I want to take 1 hairspray, and I want to take 1 shampoo and bundle it into this hamper here to give me 1 hamper and ensure that these stock levels are correct. So I want at least 1 of these products to be popped into this hamper here so that when I sell the hamper, my stock levels are correct. So I've created my hamper. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to click under stock. I'm going to go to bundle. Then at the top here, we have select the products to be bundled. These are the products that are going to make up your hamper. For example, mine's going to be a shampoo, a conditioner, and a styling product. So I'm going to select the products to be bundled. I'm going to click the plus sign. And the products I want to bundle into are my conditioner, my hairspray, and my shampoo. And you'll notice I'm just using my multi-select tabs to select all 3 products at once. I'm going to click add to the right-hand side. And I'm going to click done. Now you can change the quantity, so perhaps this bundle was going to include 2 conditioners or 2 hairsprays. You can adjust that there if applicable. But I only want 1 hairspray, 1 shampoo, and 1 conditioner to be in my bundle. So we now need to select the product to be bundled into, which is going to be the hamper. I'm going to put these 3 products into my hamper. So down the bottom here, we're going to click the plus sign. And we're going to go to Christmas hampers. And we're going to find my platinum hamper just here with my shampoo, my conditioner, and my spray in. I'm going to click add. Now what we're going to do down the bottom is we're going to click bundle, and that will move all 3 products into 1 Christmas platinum hamper. So we click onto bundle, and then we click onto done and click onto done. Now, when we go to our products, if we expand our Christmas hampers, there's my platinum hamper, you will now see I have the one hamper because it's created one platinum hamper. And if I go to my individual products, these have now adjusted down to one. It's adjusted my stock level. So it now knows at least one of them. Because if you watch the video back, or you may remember, we actually had two of these originally, but it now knows 1 + 1 + 1 is now in my hamper. So it's adjusted my stock levels correctly. Now I'm going to sell the hamper. So exactly the same to the point of sale screen. We would just sell the product as normal. So I brought that to my point of sale screen, and we're just going to sell it as normal. And now, once that's been ran through, when we go to our products, our hamper now has a stock level of 0. And it now knows all of those products have been bundled into that hamper, and it has adjusted that stock level correctly. And we've still got up here, you can see we've still got one in stock because it bundled the other ones into that product just there. So give it a try. It's a great way moving forward to bundle those products and give yourself a seamless checkout experience. And that is how we can bundle. Now, on the lead up to Christmas, we're going to be talking about taking deposits. And if you join us in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to be talking about automated deposits online or through your Salon mobile guest apps. But maybe you don't have online booking set up, but you do want to take deposits over the phone or face-to-face. So we can look at adding money onto our account. Now, you might be thinking at this stage, is there a way to really see how many no-shows or cancellations I've had? Now, Christmas aside, you may just want to run this next report that I'm going to show you. So we know how damaging, especially in the cost of living crisis and everything like that, how damaging no-shows and cancellations can cost us as a business. So I'm going to show you a very quick report that will show you your no-shows and things like that. Now, this particular report is only applicable once the entire day has ran. So it's no good if I was to no-show myself here. We have to ensure the entire day has ran just in case I turned up a little bit later. So to get a good indicator of whether we need to introduce deposits or cancellation fees or anything like that, we're going to look at this report. So on the right-hand side, we're going to click onto Tools, and we're going to go onto Reports. So on the left-hand side, what we're going to do is if we expand Appointments, and we're going to go down to No-Show Statistics. To the bottom of the screen, we're going to click on to View. Now you can set yourself a date range just here if you want to set yourself a custom date range, or you can use one of our preset default date ranges to the left-hand side here. Now I'm just going to look at the current month, but you may wish to look at the last couple of months. So for the current month, we're going to click onto View. I'm just going to zoom in just a tiny weeny bit there. Okay, so at the top here for November 2023, we can see the percentage of contacted clients who did not show. That's if they were sent a confirmation text message. Then we can see percentage of non-contacted clients who did not show. So 50% of our clients did not show who were not contacted. They were not sent a text message or anything like that. Bookings marked as a no-show, and total no-shows including non-arrivals. So if we were not right-clicking and arriving our clients and everything like that. Now if we scroll to the right-hand side, value of no-shows, £67. So straight away, that is the bit we really want to be concentrating on. And I know it's only for the last month, which is really the last 8 days, isn't it? But we've lost £67 already. And this is telling me no-shows made up 50% of my total bookings. Now what this means is I only had 4 bookings, 2 of them no-showed, 2 of them showed up. So we can see that there, 4 total bookings, 2 of them no-showed, and 50% of them were made up of no-shows, and that equated to £67. So straight away, we could look at this and see we are losing a lot of money. So what percentage of the value of our bookings were no-shows? So the last column just here. Of all of the money I've brought in so far, no-shows was made up 69% of them. Now, I know I didn't have very many bookings, but you may be looking at this and thinking, we are getting a giant percentage lost due to no-shows. We need to start introducing cancellation fees and deposits, especially on the lead up to Christmas. Now, as I said, we're only going to be looking at sort of manual deposits. Join me in a couple of weeks' time where we look at automated deposits through the mobile guest app and online booking. But if you're not using online booking and you just want to take a deposit over the phone or face-to-face, this is how we're going to do it. So this report here is a great way to think, right, do we need to start taking deposits? So how do we then take a deposit over the phone or face-to-face? And this is what we call an account, okay? This can also be used if a client wishes to pay for a service in advance as well, or maybe they want to pay for their son or their daughter or anything like that. So we're going to look at adding money to our account. Now, the thing to remember when we add money to a client's account is we must add it to the client's profile. So to do this, we go to main and we go to point of sale. And in the top left-hand corner, we're going to select new sale. We're not going to select from the drop-down arrow. We need to select new sale in the top left-hand corner because we're going to add it to a client's account. So we need to select that client. So there's my client just there. I'm going to add it to Christine. She needs to pay a deposit. Once we've selected the client at the point of sale screen, we can see the client at the top here. We're then just going to select any one of the empty grey squares. We're going to select business because the money is going to business first and foremost. And we're going to choose the account icon. Now, if you've got to this stage, ladies and gents, and the account button is not here, it is most likely because you did not select a client. So just make sure we're always selecting a client. So we're going to click onto account here, and then we're just going to add that deposit in there, or we're going to add that account payment into the price column. So we're going to say this client needs to add a £20 deposit or a £10 deposit, whatever it may be. So in the price column, we just add that in there, just like that. And then we would take the payment as normal. Now, maybe they're face-to-face or maybe they're over the phone. Naturally, if they're paying over the phone, it will probably be a card payment. So we just run the payment through. We click the all-important bit, finish sale. So this client, Christine, now has £20 on her account. And we can see this by going to clients, searching for the client just there. And in the center of the screen in green letters, you will see the client is £20 in credit. So now we're going to make an appointment for Christine, and we're going to say she's going to redeem this money. She's got that money on her account. She's got that deposit. We're now going to redeem it. So let's just very quickly book Christine in for a service. So when we check Christine out, you can see right at the top here, we've got £20 on her account. So we're not going to pay by card because she's already got £20 on her account. She's not going to pay by card. She's not going to pay by cash. We're going to use the other payment icon, and we can see the other payment icon in the bottom right-hand corner. So all we need to do is click onto other. And then we just click account icon just here. So we click onto account, and then you can input the amount of money she wishes to redeem. So she's got £20 on her account, but the service was only £10. So all we need to do is just click done. And in the all-important bit, just finish the sale. And again, if we go to the client's profile, we can see this is now updated and she now only has £10 on her account. So that is a great way moving forward. If you want to take manual deposits, That's how we should be doing it, using the account function. Now, I'm going to very quickly show you, ladies and gents, a report of any clients that have money on their account, which is great for your accountant. So again, we're going to go to Tools and Reports, and we're going to go to Business on the left-hand side, and we're going to choose Client Account Statements, all of the money on a client's account. And then we just click View. You can set yourself a date range if you need to, but it's best to keep it as up to date and as live as possible. Wait for the list to generate. And then on the left-hand side, there's Christine just there. And that will show us she is £10 in credit. Her closing balance here is £10 in credit. That's what the CR stands for, credit CR. So we can see what she's purchased and what her closing balance is just there. Perfect. And then all we do is we click Done. And then we click Done again. Now, there was a question just come through. It's a very good question. I will answer that one at the end. It's just regarding VAT payments on that. I will just get that triple checked for you regarding VAT on account payments and things like that. So that is how we can then check account payments and run account payments through just like that. Perfect. So I'm now going to show you something that may be completely brand new to you. Now, moving up to Christmas, some of you may be absolutely chock-a-block already. Hopefully you all are, okay? You may have only 1 or 2 gaps left over the Christmas period. But I'm going to show you a great way to ensure that any appointments are not missed. And you may wish to just use this regardless. And it's what we call the appointment assistant. So let's say we were absolutely jam-packed over the next couple of days. We've got lots of employees, lots of clients booked in, and we want to ensure we do not miss a last-minute slot. You know, and we've looked at our appointment diary and we can't seem to see one, but we're going to use what we call our appointment assistant to really double-check. So in the bottom right-hand corner, we have this little icon just here, and this is a magic wand. So we're going to click onto the magic wand and we're going to feed the information into the system. So in the top left-hand corner, we're going to choose clients and we're going to select the client and we're going to use Christine again. Why not? Along the top here, you can then say when the client is available from and to. So maybe we're available from today until Friday. It will then show us the days of the week. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We can then choose when the client wishes to come in on those 3 days. And I'm going to say between 9 and 3. To the left, we're going to add the service in. And we're just going to say, we just want a ladies cut and finish. Now, if you need to, you can also choose a specific employee just here as well, if you need to. If not, we can simply click search down the bottom here. And it will show us all available time slots on the grid to the left-hand side. Now, as we can see, we've got a lot of availability, but this is absolutely fantastic if we are concerned about missing a slot, okay? So we think we've looked at all available time slots, but we just want to make sure we don't want to miss that time slot. Okay, so it might show us one thing. Oh, actually, yes, we did have one available today at 11:30. We would just click onto that. We can see who it's going to be with. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, we simply just click book. And there's the appointment just there. And then we can unfilter. So it's a fantastic way when we are super busy, rushing around, looking for all of those appointments, and the client is saying to us, what's Chris's availability today? What's Chris's availability tomorrow? Take the guesswork and the hard work out of it. Use that appointment assistant. It's the magic wand in the bottom right-hand corner. Just use that there to search for any missing appointments. And it is a almost guaranteed way to really ensure that we're not missing any appointments. Excellent stuff. Now, of course, no festive period would be complete without a gift certificate, okay? Now, these gift certificates are only if you generate your own. Next week, we're going to be discussing online gift cards and gift cards purchased through shortcuts. But I just want to very quickly add this on, as I know some of you will be watching, that generate your own gift certificates or create your own gift certificates. And this is how we run them through. So a gift certificate, unlike an account payment, can be redeemed, can be sold to anyone. It doesn't need to be added to the client's profile. You can sell it to anyone because, of course, it may be a gift. So to the right-hand side, all we're going to do is click point of sale. And you can choose the client if you wish to from the top left-hand corner, or you can simply hit your drop-down arrow and change it to a walk-in sale. We're going to click any one of the empty grey squares, and again, we're going to choose a business. Now from here, we're going to ignore the gift card icon just here. We're actually going to click onto Sundry. And to the left-hand side, we're going to choose gift certificate. Now, please don't worry, you will not have all of these sorts of testings going on here. We are just going to choose gift certificate. And then we're going to click done. And we're going to add the amount in just there. And from here, you would take the payment as normal. Now, when we click the finish sale icon in the bottom right-hand corner, we should have a box appear that says allocate gift certificate numbers. Now, if you're generating your own gift certificates, perhaps you're using like a raffle ticket system, or maybe you just want to write the number in the top right-hand corner. This essentially is a tracking number. And that's a way to track this gift certificate. So then all we would do is write the number in the top right-hand corner. Whatever that number is, make sure you input it in your shortcut system. So I've got 32. Just to let you know, in our shortcut system, the numbers will then be consecutive. So the next time I sell a gift certificate, it'll be 33, 34, and so forth. So this gift certificate has a tracking number of 32. I would then write that in the top right-hand corner. That is so I can track this certificate when a client brings it in. So we just click done, and we've sold a gift certificate. So we're now going to check the client out, and they're going to pay using a gift certificate. So you can see at the top here, let's just check this client out here. Actually, let's do this one. Perfect. So this particular client here wishes to pay using their gift certificate. So again, they're not going to pay using card. They're not going to pay using cash. They're going to click onto the gift icon just here. And we're going to choose gift certificate. Remember, gift certificate is if you generate your own. So we're going to click gift certificate here. And we're going to look for that tracking number. Now we set it up as 32. And there it is, just there. That way we can track that gift certificate and make sure we don't redeem the money off somebody else's account. You can see as soon as I click onto that, it is redeemed at £10. Any remaining amount will stay on the account afterwards. Sorry, will stay on the gift certificate afterwards. So we just click done. And then we just click the all-important bit, finish sale. And that is how we redeem a gift certificate there. Now, especially moving towards Christmas, if you are generating your gift certificate, is a great way to run it through on your shortcuts system. Now, we've got just over 20 minutes left. For those of you that are using online booking, there's a few things we can just double check to ensure we receive those last minute online bookings. One thing I would definitely recommend you do is open up your online console. Now, to get to this, you can just click the console login button at the bottom of your pin screen once you've logged off, and that looks just like this here. Or you can type in the web address for your console, which is just console.shortcutssoftware.com. And that will look just like this here. Now, one thing that can often get overlooked on the lead up to the busy period is if we click onto online booking settings here in the center of our screen, we can see latest booking allowed. This is how far into the future a client can make an appointment. Now, as we can see with this one, this is 60 days. So that is roughly 2 months. That would really take us to around the 8th of December. No good for those last minute Christmas appointments and Christmas parties and things like that. We want it to be going at least into January. So maybe we want to adjust that to 90 or 120. Now, also at the top here, you'll notice we've got the earliest booking allowed. This is how close to an appointment start time a client can make an appointment. Now, we are all human, ladies and gents. On the lead up to Christmas, we are going to be back to back busy. We are going to run a little bit behind. I may even overrun this morning myself. I will try to keep it to an 12 o'clock finish. But we're only human. We are going to finish run a little bit late with our appointments. So I would be keeping an eye on the earliest booking allowed. The earliest booking allowed is how close to the start time we can book. So it is coming up for 11:45. If I had an available slot on my Shortcuts diary that was available at 11:45, a client could book online because it's set to 0 days, 0 hours, 0 minutes. Okay. I could make an appointment online and essentially walk in at 11:45. Now, if I'm running a little bit late as a stylist, that's going to keep that client waiting. So moving forward, if you do feel, on the busy period, you may just run 15 or 20 minutes late or half an hour late, whatever it may be, and you require a little bit of a grace period, just double check that earliest booking allowed. Maybe just give yourself a bit of breathing space and just change it to 15 minutes. That would then mean the earliest I could make an appointment today online would be 12 o'clock, pretty much exactly. It just gives us a little bit of breathing space. And then we just click save there. So something very simple just to check with regards to your online booking, but can make a massive difference. I don't want anybody running late and getting any more stress than applicable. And again, here, just double check, got your prices of your services, got your levels shown. Are you sending out booking confirmation emails or anything like that? Just double check that information. Make sure that is all there. Excellent stuff. So something very simple, but very quick and easy to do. Okay, so we've just over 15 minutes left. We've looked at a lot this morning. The busy period is around the corner. Are we going to be opening a little bit later? Are we going to be offering services, new services? Are we going to be offering discounts? Anything like that? Maybe we want to send out a little bit of marketing. We want to advertise anything, okay? So if you do want to send out marketing, we can do this through the cloud appointment book. So to get to our cloud appointment book, all we need to do is navigate to our preferred internet browser and type in pos.shortcutssoftware.com, and that will take us to the cloud. And this is where we can do our cloud marketing. Now, from here, you may be looking at doing a special January offer or a Black Friday offer, which is also around the corner as well. Maybe you want to just advertise something in particular for Christmas. If you are going to be given any discount off, it is imperative you assign it to a discount code. Please assign your discount codes first. They will pull through to the cloud later on. And we create these discount codes in our Shortcuts Fusion system. To create a discount code, all we do is we go to Setup, Configuration, and the third option on the left-hand side is Discounts. And we would just create the discount code here. It could be Black Friday, it could be Christmas, whatever it needs to be. Create the discount code here. So for example, I'm going to click New, and I'm just going to call it Birthday. Actually, no, sorry, let's do Christmas. What am I doing birthday? Let's do Christmas. That's what we're here for, isn't it? Let's pop in a little Christmas one in there. And then we click Done. In the top right-hand corner, this is where we're going to add that discount in. If it's a monetary value, we would choose fixed amount, or you can choose from one of our default percentages just underneath. If you wish to create your own percentage that maybe isn't visible, first of all, you can do so by clicking Add Default in the top right-hand corner. You can hit the drop-down arrow and then just add that in there if you need to. Underneath, you will also see we have these 3 tick boxes just here, and this is what determines the discount can be applied to. product, services and series, sundry and gift certificate. So I only want it to be applicable to my services. You can also tick this box just here if the default amount, which I set to be 26%, quite a random number, you can tick this box if you do not want that 26% to be changed at the point of sale screen or anything like that. And then we just click save and then click done. Now that discount code after about 15-20 minutes will pull through in the cloud appointment book. We can now look at generating a campaign. Now, some of you may have done marketing before. Some of you, this may be the first time seeing marketing. So what we're going to do on the left-hand side is we're just going to click the messages icon. And we have two different types of campaign. And these are really the only types of campaign we're going to look at for today. We will be looking at marketing in our cloud features webinar, which I believe is next week. And we're only going to be looking at these two just for today. So we've got our one-time campaigns because they're a bit more seasonal, such is the case as Christmas. Now we've got message all clients or a targeted campaign. Message all clients will go to all clients in your database. So perhaps you want to advertise your opening hours or anything like that. You know, you want to let everyone know what your opening hours are going to be. Or perhaps you just want to wish all of your customers a Merry Christmas and thank them for all of their support over the years. You can adjust information here, such as the gender. You can change the send time here, and you can also change the send date here. So maybe you want it to go out nice and proactively. You can get that on the 30th of November, or you can set it to whatever date you wish it to be. Underneath, we've got our email and SMS platforms. So if we expand email, our display logo will pull through from site settings of our online console. The majority of you will already have this uploaded, but all you need to do is just go to your site settings on your online console, which can be found just here. Once we click onto site settings, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and that is our logo there. That will pull through automatically to our campaigns, which will be used just here. Now you can also upload a display image, so it may be a nice Christmas tree or baubles or Christmas lights, whatever it may be. You can upload a nice display image to make everything look that little bit more fancy and attractive. You can add your subject in here. You'll notice at the top we've got anything in these double brackets is what we refer to as a personalized field. That will simply bring the information through automatically. So if it was going to me, it would say Merry Christmas, Chris. And you can choose from your personalized field options from the drop down arrow to the right hand corner of the screen here. Then underneath you can add the body of the email. This is exactly what the client will see. We wish you a Merry Christmas. So we just pop that in there. Now, of course, you're going to pop a lot more information in there. And again, you've got your personalized fields just here. Now, if you are going to be adding an offer, remember always assign it to those discount codes. All we do is we click add offer and we just choose the discount code from here. Now, remember, please create the discount code first in your Shortcuts Fusion system. It will then pull through into here. You can then add your terms and conditions. If you're using the self-check-in or the online booking feature, you can simply click the Add Book button just here. And that will bring a Book Now button in for you. And you can also add a sign-off down the bottom as well, maybe with your business phone number, business email, and business address. If you wish to, you can also click Preview and Send Test or Activate just here. So all we're going to do is just click Done. So that was message all clients. That goes to all clients in your database. But maybe you want to do a targeted campaign. Maybe you want to target specific clients, maybe based on demographics or certain things like that. And that is where we're going to pick and choose our clients. So again, when we click onto targeted campaign, You will notice we can still change our send time and our send date exactly the same as before. And then you can see we've got our recipients. What we're going to choose, we're going to hit the drop down arrow and we're going to use imported customer list. We're going to import and then export our list of clients from Fusion. Fusion is the name of our main shortcut system. So let's export our clients. So we're going to open up our Fusion system. And we're going to go to Tools and Marketing. In the bottom left-hand corner, you'll notice we've got this option here that says Clients. So we're going to click onto Clients and we're going to start to filter our clients down. Now, a very quick and simple way to filter your clients down is to find clients that have a preferred employee, because maybe that employee is adjusting their working hours. Maybe they're now working a Sunday. Maybe they're now working a little bit later. So we want to find all of that particular employee's preferred clients, or the other way around, all of those clients' preferred employees. So how does it work? Well, if a client sees an employee 3 or more times in a row, they are defaulted to their preferred employee. So perhaps Gareth is going to be working a little bit later, and we essentially want to let all of his clients know that he's going to be working a little bit later. So we're going to choose preferred employee, and we're going to scroll down and choose Gareth. And then we're going to click done. So that would be nice and simple to find any clients that prefer Gareth. We could then create a nice campaign saying, Merry Christmas to all, Gareth is going to be working a Sunday, because we don't want to send it to everyone. And I'm just going to click clear. But maybe we want to target our clients based on services they have or haven't had done. Now that could be you've just taken on a lash or a nail tech, or maybe you've just opened up a beauty parlor alongside your hair side of things. Or maybe you just want to look for a way to organically upsell extra services on the lead up to Christmas. So for example, you'll notice at the top of the screen here, we have services done and products purchased. Services not done, products not purchased. So the first thing we can do on the lead up to Christmas, we want to ensure we have our take-home products for our clients. So we're going to look at products purchased. And this is a great way to upsell products. So you can see we've got companies, lines, and products. So what we can do first and foremost is find all of the clients that have purchased a certain company. And that could be American Crew. And then underneath, we could find the products they've not purchased. So we could then say you've always purchased American Crew, but you've never purchased Crystal Clear, for example. So maybe this is a new company you've just taken on. So that will find people that have always had American Crew, but never Crystal Clear. And we'll just delete that out there. Or maybe we could find people that have always purchased the Weller accessories, but they've never purchased any products from the Jessica accessories. Now I'm just sort of throwing these two together there. And again, we'll delete these out. Now this is a great example. It may be you've just taken on a product. So maybe you already had the shampoo, you already had the conditioner, but you've just taken on a leave-in conditioner, or you've taken on a hairspray. And you feel clients that have already purchased those shampoos and conditioners would then benefit from that leave-in conditioner. So again, for our products purchased, we can choose our specific purchases. So if we go to products, we can then go to here and find our shampoo. But we've just taken on the conditioner that befits that range. So again, for products not purchased, we can then go to specific products and add in that conditioner. That would find us a list of clients that have always purchased this shampoo, but they've never purchased the relevant conditioner, and is a great way to organically upsell. And we can do exactly the same for our services. So we can go to our categories and find clients that have always had color. That'll be any color service, highlights, tints, anything like that. But they've never had a styling service, and that could be a cut or a blow dry or anything like that. And we could then create a nice little campaign, maybe with a few pounds off, saying, look, you've always visited us for a colour, but you've never visited us for a styling service. But you can also be super specific. So again, under our services done, we can choose our specific services in the top right-hand corner. And then we could say, you've always had a half head of highlights, but you've never had a full head of highlights. And you could also do things like, you've always had a back massage, never a full body massage. You've always had a mini manicure, never a full manicure. Or maybe you've had a manicure, never a pedicure. And it's a great way to organically upsell. It's basically called transactional marketing. But my favorite, a lot of us on the lead up to Christmas, we're going to find our clients' hair are going to be getting dry. Okay, so we need to look at ways to add in those treatments. Now, a lot of you will be doing treatments such as Welaplexes and Olaplexes or other such treatments. And as we know, it doesn't take a great deal of time to add that Olaplex treatment in or that treatment in. It doesn't take too long to do. But we could be adding up to 10, 15, 20, 30% or even 50% off the bill by just doing an extra 5-10 minutes work. So one of my favorites, and feel free to use this, one of my favorites is to do something like this. Services done, and choose my categories, and then do my color. And that'll be any color. That can be highlights, tints, whatever it may be. But services not done, I'm going to choose a specific service. And I'm going to go down to my treatments. And I'm going to add that treatment in there. And you can see that price of that treatment is £30. And then once we've got that information, so we're searching for clients that have had any color, but have never had an emulsion treatment. Then all we do is we can compute down the center bottom of our screen. It will tell us any clients that have opted out for GDPR. So we can now see I've got my results of 55 clients. That is 55 clients that have visited me for any color service, but they've never had a treatment. Now, this is only a test system. You may do this and you may have into the hundreds or the thousands. There is a potential upsell there. Fantastic. So as we know, I charge £30 for my emulsion treatment. If just 50 of those clients came in, I would be making an extra few £1,000s. I presume, haven't quite got the math there, but I presume it's going to be quite a few thousand there. So it's a great way to organically upsell. So I've got my list of clients there. I would always recommend excluding clients with no email if you're going to be sending it out via email, and ones that have opted out of marketing as well. So I've got my client list. Now I know this is only 6, but I am going to crack on and send it to these 6 clients. So what we need to do, we need to save this list of clients, okay? So all we're going to do is click save on the right-hand side. Now this may be one of the most important aspects when it comes to your targeted marketing. We're going to rename the list here, and then we're going to click browse just here. And we're going to choose a location to save this list to, because you'll notice by default it saves it in letters, saves it in point of sale, within a folder, within a folder, within a folder, within a folder, within a folder. So maybe save it to your documents or your desktop or somewhere where you're going to find it. Now, once you've clicked onto the save icon, I'm not going to do this because this is just a test system, but once you've clicked onto the save icon, the last thing we need to do is go back to our targeted marketing, and it says upload exported list from Fusion. So we simply click choose file and upload that list just there. That's all we're going to do, is just upload that text file of the list of clients. And then from there, we can go through and create that campaign and send it out as normal. And that is a great way leading up to Christmas to do a targeted marketing to target clients on specific products they have or haven't purchased, or specific services they have or haven't had done. It is a great way to organically upsell. Now I've run a little bit over, but there is just one more thing that I do want to show you this morning, or now this afternoon, ladies and gents. And that is what we call related services. Now, this is pretty much a brand new feature for us. The cost for this is roughly £15 a month. Now, I know you're thinking, oh, another expense. But believe me, when you see this, you are going to want to have it, especially on the lead up to Christmas. So, related and recommended services. What is it? It basically bridges the gap between clients who do not book a book back service. And we know how frustrating that is. That client books that full header highlights, but they do not book that cut and blow dry. And also what tends to happen is they make an appointment right at the end of the day like this here. And there's no development time, there's no cut and blow dry. So related services is a way to bridge that gap. When they book a color, they must book at least one other service. That alone, as soon as they book that cut and blow dry, will pay for the £15 a month. It's very easy and it's very simple to set up. It takes literally 5 minutes. I will demonstrate how this looks to a client. So when a client makes an appointment, they will click the make a booking and they will click next. And for example, we can choose a service. So I'm going to add my full head of highlights. Now you'll notice straight away, it tells me this requires an additional service. There's no getting away from it. So all I'm going to do is just add in my ladies cut and finish. Click add that there. I'm going to highlight I've had a skin patch test. And that's already added that £10 on for that ladies cut and finish. So almost immediately, I've covered the cost of my subscription for this just by adding that extra service on there. But it doesn't stop there. You've also got something called recommended services. So we've got that related service there. It's bridged the gap. That client has to book that ladies cut and finish. There's no way around it. You can see that just there. This type of service is required by a full header highlights. There's no way around it. We've already got that on there. But we also have something called recommended service, which is a way to upsell certain services. Now, the idea behind that is we want our clients' hair to feel absolutely fantastic. We want them to have extra services to really treat themselves. So then when we click next, you can see often booked with a full header highlights. So this doesn't have to be booked, but we can see we can add in that intense conditioning treatment. I'm going to go ahead. It's only £5. Christmas is round the corner. Hair's feeling a little bit limp, a little bit dry, a little bit lifeless. I'm going to add that treatment in there. So already within a couple of minutes there, I've added an extra £15 to my bill or to my client's bill, which is paid for that subscription per month. We did have a salon I spoke to about a month ago. They set that up. And I think within a couple of weeks, through related and recommended services, they had over £200 extra just within a couple of days, just by adding that in. So you can see it really does pay for itself and then some. Now, the beauty of those recommended services, we would hope that moving forward, they would always then have that intense conditioning treatment moving forward. So we've already added, in this case, over 100% to the client's bill. So it's very simple, very quick and easy to do. That is related and recommended services. We've got a lot of people that are taking this on, especially on the lead up to Christmas. What I would say, if you are interested on it, say you've spoken to me on the masterclass, give a call to our customer care team, have a chat with them, say you're interested in it. You can see exactly how it works. It takes literally 2 minutes to get set up. We will go through it with you, and you can be increasing, as you saw there, 50, 100, 150% of the client's bill with just a few moments. And that is related and recommended services. Excellent. I went a little bit over there. I do apologize. But that is us getting ready for Christmas. It's never too early. Some of you may even have your tree up already. Now, if you do want to chat to me further, I will put my details on the screen now. But if you do have any questions, somebody did ask a particular question about VAT to do with the account payments. What I will do, I'm just going to triple check just with our accounts team, because I know it can be a bit of a grey area. I'm 99% sure I know the answer. But I will just drop you an email afterwards. Just give me sort of half an hour to an hour. Let me just double check with our accountant just to get you a definitive answer on how that works. But thank you ever so much for joining me this morning. If you do have any questions, please feel free to drop those across to me now. Perfect. Excellent stuff. Thank you very much. So do remember, In the next couple of days, we'll be setting out our Facebook and Instagram posts. Please do make sure you are following us on there to see all the latest updates to our masterclasses. But in the next couple of days, you should all receive an invite as well. We're actually going to be running 2 next week. I'm pretty sure we're doing cloud and gift certificates, but do stay tuned for those. I know some of you have already signed up, which is absolutely fantastic, but do stay tuned for those. Lots of great masterclasses on the lead up to Christmas as well. Perfect. Lovely stuff. Thank you very much. Well, I hope everyone's enjoyed the masterclass today. It's been fantastic having my regulars, and it's been fantastic seeing lots of newcomers as well. Hopefully you'll join me moving forward as well. Lots of masterclasses to get the most out of your shortcut system. If you do have any questions, please feel free to drop us an email at education@shortcuts.co.uk. It's been wonderful speaking to everyone. And all that's left for me to say is have a very Merry Christmas. And I will speak to you all again soon. Thank you ever so much. Take care. Bye-bye.